Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the second ever edition of Girls On. My name is Christine Stolpe, and I am joined tonight by my two first ever Heart Tribe mates in the Perry Girls Heart Tribes. We have Mrs. Megan Vaughn Boggs and Mrs. Maureen Nessersmith. Close enough?
Yep.
Good. AKA Coach Mo. That's how we all know her and love her. So we're going to kind of jump right into it tonight. We did a lot of, hi, Jessica. Thanks for coming to the show. We did a lot of introductions. Yay, Evie's here. We did a lot of introductions about who we are and how we met last week when we talked about building online relationships. So aside the fact that Maureen wasn't actually here for the whole show, which was kind of a bummer, but we all double book ourselves, says the woman who's leaving at 6:30 tonight, halfway through the show. But let's just do a real quick recap. I live in the Northern California area. I've been a member of the Perry Girls since last August-ish, September-ish, and I joined the Heart Tribes in October in Beat 1. And I was fortunate enough to be teamed up with these two lovely ladies, Megan and Maureen. And here we are 10 beats later, so 20 some odd weeks later, and we have started our own blab show. So that's a little bit about me and how I got here. Megan, you want to go second?
Sure. Yeah, so my name is Megan Vaughn Boggs. I live in the Pacific Northwest in Washington State, not Seattle. In case you're wondering, we're on the other side. It's much drier. But I joined, I started scoping and joined the Perry Girls around the same time in the summer. And then when the Heart Tribes came along, I was like, yeah. So I met these ladies and have been doing the whole scope thing. So now I'm navigating the waters of Blab. This is me swimming with these two lovely ladies here.
All right, and Maureen, tell us a little bit about you and how you ended up here.
Well, my name is Maureen, but everybody does call me Coach Mo, and I'm losing my voice tonight, so I have some aloe in my Guinness cup, because that's necessary. I am in the Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, East Coast side area of the country, and I joined the Perry Girls, but I didn't really do anything in the Perry Girl group. And then all of a sudden, the Heart Tribe thing came up. I'm like, yeah, I want more hearts. And my first heartbeat was these two lovely ladies were in there, and I found out I didn't care so much about the hearts. I just really enjoyed making the friendships, and that's like a half a year, ladies. That's close to 6 months, right? October, November, December, January, February. Well, maybe it's close.
Yeah, when you consider we're on
everyone.
The 10th beat, yeah. So pretty darn close to 6 months now. So, okay, so let's dive right into the topic tonight. And I need hearts just saying, yeah, I think we all kind of feel that way sometimes. So, it's hard not to feel that way. The subject matter this week, comfort food versus healthy food. And I was going through the list of topics that we all brainstormed on. And here's why I chose this one. My daughter got engaged over the Christmas holiday. So
Yay!
This September, I will be needing to squeeze my tushy into a mother of the bride dress. And as you know, it's not my tushy that I'm really all that worried about. Thank you.
I know.
For the
Evie,
comment.
I thought
Did you guys see the comment?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, how is you have a daughter getting married?
Yeah, she'll be 24 when the wedding comes around. So she's 23 now, but by the time they get married, she'll be 24.
Oh.
And she's still a baby, but she's happy. And so I'm going to be happy for her. So we found this really cool dress. It's a little on the pricey side, but I just went to try it on to see how if I liked it. And I put it on, and I honestly look like I'm expecting. I'm just all belly right now.
Oh.
And I realized that
That's what Spanx
I
are
know,
for.
but the way that I'm shaped right now, I don't even think they may take me from pear shaped to pineapple shaped, but they're not going to give me anything outside of that. So
I wore them last week in that dress, and they just kept rolling down. They just kept seriously rolling down. And it was so uncomfortable. I'm never wearing those again.
So I think control shaping garments is definitely a topic we need to put on the list.
Right? Well, that should be a whole nother topic. Oh my God.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Because I know we can all tell some stories, right? But I want to have a flatter belly, right? The mother of four, I'm not going to have a flat belly. I get that. But I want to have a flatter belly so that I can have a flatter ring shape at the wedding. And I know that there's exercise, right? I know that I need to do exercise. That's why I wear my little Fitbit guy here. But when it comes to food, I need to get better about stop eating my emotions. I need to stop being comfortable with what's on my plate and just think, what do I need? Not what do I want? What do I need? Right? So that's kind of why I said let's go with the comfort versus healthy this week.
Yeah, I like it.
So
well, and I have to tell you, so oh my God, yeah, I got married in 2014, and of course, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna lose weight, and it didn't happen. And then by the time the day rolled around, I just didn't worry about it. But now, all this time later, I finally was like, that's it, because it just kept creeping on and on and on, and I wanted to get it under control before things really went downhill. And my husband and I are hoping to start a family this year, and I thought, oh my God, if I wait to try to lose weight after a pregnancy, I thought, oh my gosh, it's just going to get harder and harder and harder. So finally I bit the bullet right before Thanksgiving, and I realized what I had to do is just get really strict. Because it's true, like I find myself wanting to celebrate with food all the time. And so I've had to really kind of retrain myself to make it work.
Right.
So, yeah.
Exactly. So came home last night. We eat out. I'm just going to go on the record. I don't cook. Y'all know when you see me in the kitchen, it's like a big deal, right? I open up the Periscope. I'm like, look, I'm in the kitchen. Right? Because it's a big deal if I'm in the kitchen. So got home last night and I'm like, okay, where should we go for dinner? How about all you can eat soup, salad, and breadsticks, right? Salad and soup. This is going to be a good choice, right? I left there in a food coma. And all I had was soup, salad, and breadsticks. What kind
of soup?
Huh?
What kind of soup?
I got the chicken gnocchi.
Oh, gnocchi! Oh God, I miss carbs. Yeah.
That's my problem, Megan. That's my problem right there. And Mo's gonna nod furiously when I say this. Carbaholic. I am a carbaholic. And that's probably why I weigh 165 pounds instead of 150.
I'm not even saying how much I weigh. I'm like 95 pounds. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I like comfort food, and I don't like to cook. And my husband and I like to go out to eat when he's off, and he works in a restaurant. So if I want to see him, I take the kids there constantly. And you feel like when you go out to a restaurant, you should just be able to eat whatever you want to eat. It's that entertainment. It's you're celebrating something. I'm out of the house, so that took a long time for me too. I've lost 30 pounds, and I've kept it off for a couple of years. So it's hard when you go out to change that mindset of I'm just gonna eat what I want to eat because we're out, and I don't eat out that often. That's not true. I do it probably 4 times a week. Mm-hmm. So that's not a celebration. That's what we're doing. And in the past 3 years, I've really taught the kids how to. I have an 80-20 rule. If you eat well 80% of the time, 20% of the time you can treat yourself. You can have those carbs. You can have a little bit of sugar, but you got to be good at 80%, and don't switch it. a lot of people are good 20% and then eat the 80%. They're not really paying attention. And so writing everything down is huge. That's like key, is journaling.
I think I have my quantities under control. I do. I left last night in a food coma, and I had one bowl of soup, one salad, and only 2 breadsticks. But I left feeling super, super stuffed. And I think it was because the type of soup that I had. So I don't think it's my quantities. I do think it's my food quality. You know, I go to a Mexican restaurant and I don't order the platter, right? I'm only ordering an a la carte item. But it's a deep fried burrito covered in sour cream and guacamole and cheese, right? Lots and lots of extra cheese. But I'm not having the beans and the rice and the chips and all of that. I'm just having, you know, this huge deep fried burrito called a chimichanga.
Oh, I haven't had one of those in years. Oh, those were delicious.
I know. So that's the hardest part for me is getting past that. This is what I'm comfortable with, and this is what I know I like, because it's all sticky and gooey and it makes me feel good and warm and fuzzy in my heart, but not in my belly.
And then what I had to do was I had to educate myself on what those carbs are doing in your body. Like, those carbs are turning to sugar, and then the sugar turns to fat, and the sugar messes with your blood sugar level. So when you feel like you have that coma and you didn't really eat a lot, that's what's going on. Is the breadsticks and the pasta from the soup and the flour from the soup all did that. And then you just want to take a nap.
Yeah.
Sorry, Megan.
Well, and no, what I was gonna say is so right now, and I don't know if you guys have heard of Ideal Protein. I feel like it's kind of popular in my area because a lot of the doctor's offices have it. But anywho, essentially, right now during weight loss phase or phase 1, I'm primarily eating lean protein and vegetables primarily. That's pretty much it. And the thing is, I kind of already knew, when I was struggling, I was like, okay, I keep gaining weight. I was feeling kind of like you, Christine. I didn't feel like I was eating all this food. I was like, well, my portions are not that huge. Why does it just keep, creeping on? And I kind of knew that I'd have to, at least for a temporary amount of time, if I wanted to see a change, make some dramatic choices. If I wanted to at least get to a maintenance point, and I put it off for so long. And finally I just realized, because I was comfortable. Like you said, I was totally comfortable. I didn't want to make the change. And finally I thought, you know what, Megan, sometimes you just need to make the tough choices, and then get to where you want to get and find that, Coach Mo, you were talking about that 80-20 sort of healthy balance and just be able to live there. So that's kind of where I'm at right now.
I need to pick up the exercise because I'm just way behind in exercise.
Yeah, I can pick up the exercise faster or easy. Well, I lie. I could, because I have, but I've got this new addiction called sleep.
I'm jealous.
Yeah. I used to wake up at 5:15.
Oh my gosh. That's a huge key for weight loss, is getting the right sleep. If you're not sleeping right, you're not going to lose weight no matter what you do.
Right.
If you're exercising and not eating right, you're not going to lose weight.
Right. So I started going to bed between 10 and 11 and then waking up at 5:15 and going for a 1 mile walk before I did anything else on the day.
Wow.
Right.
Like that.
But I was just maintaining, and I've been maintaining my weight without the walk. I stopped doing the walks in September, October when it started getting cold again. But so yes, sleep's definitely another thing I need to get better about. But I want to focus on the food topic because that's what we've been advertising all week. So let's start looking at some of the specifics of things that we like and that bring us comfort, and what we could potentially replace them with as a healthier choice or option or alternative.
Ooh! Can I tell you something I tried this weekend?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, speaking of carbs, I mean, honestly, my favorite thing is mac and cheese, and I don't have a replacement for that. But I finally, another comfort can be like rice, like Chinese food, pork fried rice, that kind of thing. And so I finally tried this weekend, and I was kind of like, ugh, how's this going to be? But I did the whole cauliflower, fried rice, in quotes. So basically, and it was super easy. So I took a head of cauliflower, raw, just didn't pre-cook it or anything, and it went through the food, just pulsed in the food processor until it got down to like the size of rice. And then it was that, some edamame, some chopped up carrots, and then just with like a couple of tablespoons of sesame oil and some garlic, and just kind of cook that in a pan until it softened just a little, because you don't want to get mushy. And then mixed in like the scrambled eggs. We ended up also adding some chicken, but it was really good. And I finished it off with a little bit of low sodium soy sauce, which I know some people have an issue with soy sauce, but it was really good. And it was basically like all vegetables and then a little bit of lean protein. And it was tasty. And I wasn't hungry like, 20 minutes later, like how it normally goes.
I bought quinoa pasta, and I thought, check me out. I'm going to feed my family all healthy. I'm so proud of myself. I got quinoa. I even know how to pronounce it. Check me out. Quinoa. And I brought it home, and I made a big old pot of quinoa spaghetti, and I used a healthier, pasta sauce. I didn't use just good old ragu. And we didn't use a white sauce. We used a tomato-based sauce. And I used one that was like low sodium, and I had the quinoa pasta. And I served up dinner. My husband gets like third bite in, and he's like, there's something wrong with the pasta. I wasn't thinking this one through. My husband's Italian. He's been eating pasta his whole life, and here I come trying to sneak in the quinoa. He wasn't having it. It was nice. He was gracious, and he ate dinner, but he did not enjoy it. And he said, please don't do that again.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Everybody knows I'm gluten-free, so I went to the gluten-free pasta at first because I had the allergy, and then I wanted my family to join me in trying to get them to eat the gluten-free pasta. It's not a bad substitute. It was good. Well, now that's all we eat here, so it just took them a while, Christine. So just mix some other yummy stuff in there. Maybe then someday he won't know.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe if I had put more meatballs in it or something, he wouldn't have even noticed that it was quinoa pasta. So, yeah, it's hard. It's hard.
And I like that Megan talked about the cauliflower because my comfort food is mashed potatoes.
Mm-hmm.
Like I will eat big bowl of mashed potatoes with butter. And I actually have a food allergy to white potato.
What?
And every food allergy does something different to me. So I limit my white potato a lot. And I wonder if that's why my throat hurts, because it'll give me like cold symptoms, whatever. But for the holidays, I substitute the cauliflower. I'll make mashed cauliflower and add butter and sour cream in there. And to me, it tastes like mashed potatoes. And it doesn't give you that food coma feeling, and it's not heavy. And I like it. Cauliflower is a great substitute for a ton of stuff.
I know. I've started to realize it's reminding me of like tofu and how you can basically sort of do whatever to it and make it taste like other things, which seems odd because by itself, I feel like it's so powerful, like kind of like if you microwave it or something, it'll freaking stink up your whole, your whole kitchen. But if you could do the mashed potato thing, which I haven't tried, but now that I've done the rice thing, I'm like, oh my God, I got to do this too. Cause I need some fake taters in my life. For real.
All right.
Yeah, there's something about potatoes, man. Something about potatoes.
We have a guest jumping in. Hello, hello.
Hi.
Oh, Badopa.
Oh my goodness, I love the cauliflower mashed potato substitute. I just had that recently and I couldn't tell the difference. I loved it personally.
Now, I've heard of people adding a little bit of broccoli as well, mashing both of them at the same time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I've never tried that.
And as far as like,
But see, that takes work too to do that stuff. So my husband is a great cook in here,
I'm not very
and I'm
good.
teaching my children how to cook for me. So
This is only my second time at doing blab, so I'm not very good.
they're doing great at that
People
too.
aren't talking.
I'm trying to think what else they substitute.
Yeah,
stuff
no,
with.
Wait, Maureen, can you hear Opadopa?
No.
You can't.
Oh, I can.
Is she on right now?
Yeah.
You might have muted her. When you gave her props, you might have clicked the little speaker. Because she's
didn't
actually
click on
trying
the
to tell
prop.
us a story and you keep talking over her, sweetie.
can't hear her.
No.
Do you see the
Can you
little
see
speaker
her?
in the lower left-hand corner of her window?
Says something's blocked by our firewall.
Oh.
By my firewall?
Your window is black. She can't actually see or hear you.
Do phones have firewalls?
No.
Oh, okay.
So, Mo, we're going to ask you to click the refresh button.
Where's that? Oh, on the,
Up
okay.
by the web address.
Sold. Just
The little arrow, it goes.
I got it.
Okay. Love Mo.
Oh, wait, she's gone.
Yeah,
So-
that's what happens when you refresh. She'll be back.
Oh.
When
Oh,
I first
okay.
started losing weight, this was about a little over 100 pounds ago. I am not good at just going on a diet. So I never did that. In fact, what I just decided to do was do a tiny bit better than I did the day before, which I had realized that I was drinking like 2 liters, sometimes more of pop a day. So what I started doing was saying, okay, well, I'll only do 1 liter. And that's still like a huge amount of pop, but I
Yeah.
could not talk myself into just cutting it out entirely. Now it's like if I have one pop, a can in a month, that's a lot for me.
Wow.
But I just don't want it anymore. And I just kept doing better until I personally didn't feel the need. And that same goes with mayonnaise for me. Like I almost never eat mayonnaise anymore, but I used to just like have it layered on. And I would slowly just do a little bit more. And then I started adding avocado until almost exclusively just had avocado. And, like I don't even think it's almost, it would be like someone gave me a sandwich that they made. And that's the reason it has mayo on it. But, like I can never be the one that just says, I'm going to do this diet because it's just too drastic for me. I start to feel like I'm being punished. I'm like, I want that thing. And it could be something that I never.
Uh-oh.
Oh, we lost her. I was going to say about avocado, I had a friend, Janet, she used to call it nature's butter. I was like, oh my God, it's so true.
Oh, yeah. I hadn't thought of that. To speak to Opadopa's point, I actually have declared my home a soda-free home. We have a really good filtration system on our refrigerator, and I bought, because I found them $2 or 2 for $5, but I got those little Mio bottles that are 0
Oh,
calories. Right? So you just choose a flavor. We've got 6 different flavors there. You choose a flavor, you put a little bit at the bottom of your bottle, and then you fill your bottle up with water. And now you've got a fruit juice or a lemonade or an iced tea or a blue raspberry or, whatever. And it's replacing pop in my house.
Mm-hmm.
So, hey, great minds think alike, Evie. She said, I was just about to talk about Mio. But you have to be careful that you get the 0 calorie because some of them aren't 0 calorie. So, and we lost Mo again. She's having internet connection issues, apparently. As was Opadopa, because all of a sudden she was like a screenshot and then she was gone.
And then, yeah, I was like,
poof.
oh,
And I didn't kick
no.
her out. So I have the power to do that, and I have not kicked anybody tonight. I'm just going to go on record as saying, I didn't kick you out, honey. Come on, Mel.
Oh, I have another idea for a. I wouldn't exactly say it's a replacement, but it's a sort of if you're eating healthy and you're jonesing. Because I've been doing that a lot lately. I've gotten creative. But for like Taco Tuesday, doing just lettuce wraps. So still basically putting all the same stuff, although right now I'm not really having dairy. But if you're trying to reduce the processed carb stuff, you could use romaine or just like any sort of big leaf lettuce in place of your tortilla. And then you could still make your chicken fajitas or whatever you're going to do and put the stuff on it. And it's actually pretty good. That was another thing we made recently. And I was like, this is not bad. I could do this more often.
Non-flavored Greek yogurt in lieu of sour cream. There's another one. Sour cream is no bueno. It's yummy. Yummy as heck, but no bueno for weight loss. So, but every time I put Greek yogurt in the refrigerator, we all forget that it's there. And then by the time we realize it's there, it's not white anymore.
Yeah, and you're like,
it's like green and fuzzy and walking around in the refrigerator. But the same thing happens with my sour cream. So
now my sour cream goes. That goes quick. I want to put the yogurt in a sour cream container, and then I think the kids will use that.
That's a good idea. I love that idea. Put the non-flavored Greek yogurt in the sour cream jar.
Yep.
And that way the family will think it's the sour cream and just use it and not question me. See, sometimes you got to be tricky. Yeah. There's just a whole cookbook about how to trick your kids into eating good things for them. Written by Jerry Seinfeld's wife.
Yes. I've seen that.
Yeah.
That probably would help with grown-ups, too.
Well, yeah. Have you met my grown-up? He's kind of like my kids. No, I pick on him. My husband actually eats fairly well. He makes bad choices, just like everybody, but he also, he eats a lot of vegetables. A lot of vegetables. He likes pickled vegetables, so that's his snack. Instead of going and grabbing tortilla chips, he will grab his bottle of pickled vegetables. Wow. And just sit there and eat cauliflower and peppers and pickles and
that
whatever.
Is so Italian. He is Italian. Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
He really is.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I add anything in vinegar. I can't do it. Anything that used to be something else. That's I have a hard time with that. Like, I don't eat raisins because they used to be grapes.
What?
Do you drink wine?
Well, yeah.
I mean, hello.
That's an end result, though. That's not just watching it get dried up and gross, right? Grapes are sugar.
Grapes are sugar bombs. That is true. Like, oh my gosh, love me some what you call it? Cereal, 2 scoops, Raisin Bran, and that's like so much sugar. That probably has more sugar than Frosted Flakes.
It's right up there. Yeah.
I think the first ingredient is sugar.
Yeah. It's crazy. Because I think they also, too, if you look at the raisins, they're like also coated in like extra sugar.
Yeah, there's like a white glaze on them. That's sugar.
Yeah.
And they came out with a cotton candy flavor, according to Evie.
Oh, man. That can't be good. Grapes are sugar.
Cotton candy grapes. Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
Hadn't heard of that one. They're good.
They are good.
I've had one. Yeah, right. One. Just one. Just one, Evie, right? You had just the one.
It's like when I pick the raisins out of the box of cereal as a snack later. At the store.
She was at the giant food store and she came by a display and they handed it to her on a toothpick. That's why she had one.
of grape?
Cotton candy, grape, raisin, whatever.
I don't want
Yeah,
to
grapes.
know where that was grown because I'm pretty sure it wasn't in a field.
Oh, there's a cotton candy grape field, Christine.
No, no, it's called
Candyland.
a lab. The farmers wear white coats.
Yeah, it's just like hydroponics.
Yeah. Now, on our side of the country, Megan, we need to be careful when we talk about hydroponics on Blab. Because everyone's going to think something else.
I don't even
Legal
know
in
what you're talking
Washington.
Yeah. You see?
about. Make it have wine tonight. I didn't have my wine. Let me get some more.
I had one more comfort food replacement. Again, not really a replacement, but if you're jonesing, like for meatballs, and you're trying not to eat pasta, I got this thing. It's like one of those as seen on TV things.
Yeah.
It's called a Vegetti. I'm not kidding.
Oh, yeah,
You should go run and grab it. But it's literally called a Vegetti. But it's basically
That is the worst name for anything
I know.
in the kitchen ever.
I was just going to say my daughter has one, and then I stopped for a minute. I don't know where we're going with
Well,
this.
it's just this little like specialty peeler device, and so you can use zucchini or summer squash or something like that. And when you put it in there, it looks like
Spiralizer.
pasta coming out, and so you just lightly steam it, and then you can put a little tomato sauce and have it with your meatballs, and then voila, you feel like you're eating pasta. It doesn't taste like pasta. I'm gonna be real,
So it's
but
like
if you're
a stringer machine, it takes a vegetable of some sort and it turns it into string
right.
for like a pasta type looking thing. Okay.
Yeah, and it gives you the texture of spaghetti, and my daughter made that. It was really good. I liked it.
Yeah. I mean,
But I
it's
don't
tasty.
like to cook, and cooking is twirling that thing in there, so I don't know. Like, I need somebody to do that for me.
Well, the thing is, what I've done with the whole Vegetti thing is, because it really, like, honestly, once you peel the thing, like, that's all you're gonna do, and then I may have even just like steamed it in the microwave for a hot second, and then I bought like the store-bought turkey meatballs. And like jarred organic tomatoes.
Vegetarian meatballs.
Next time I'll have it with some Italian sausage.
And it's bejazzled. All right. Woo. I'm going to hand off to you two lovelies because I do have somewhere. I did get double booked at 7 o'clock, so I need to step out. But when you're done, just make sure you hit the pause recording and then shut everything down. And thank you, everyone, for being here. I will be watching the last 25 minutes of this episode, so behave.
Wait, what's the pause? Where is the pause recording button?
It's right underneath tweet and
Under your-
over there.
Oh, I see it.
Big red button.
red button.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I'll see you guys later.
Bye. Have fun. Oh my goodness, I laughed so hard. I think I have a headache now. Well, you were talking about, I like substituting ground turkey. For, like, I haven't bought ground beef in probably 2 years. At least 2 years. And I use ground turkey for everything. And turkey bacon. But then sometimes I have regular bacon because I love bacon. A lot.
Yeah, the bacon thing I feel like is one of those 20% foods. You know what I mean? Because like nothing really replaces real bacon. So I'm like, well, I'll just have it once a week.
And that's fine.
I'm trying to spell Vegetti. I'm trying to think how it's spelled on the package to put it in the.
Vegetti. Veggie. Vegetti.
Might be that.
It's like a spiralizer thing, right? Or no? Is it
Spiralizer.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're exactly right.
There's two
Yeah.
different kinds.
Yeah, I just got some little one that I found at like the grocery store. In that, you know how sometimes some of the grocery stores will have that as seen on TV like section, and you can get the genie bra and like some
Genie bra and a
magical water hose, and then the
Oh, there
vagina.
you found it.
There you go.
Spiral vegetable slicer.
Boom.
Yeah, I haven't used it yet, but my daughter cooks with that. My daughter cooks really healthy. She has more food allergies than I do. But she has a great. She makes flaxseed buns. She uses flaxseed to make hamburger buns. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Oh, and you were saying about the ground turkey. One of my favorites. So, Jenny-O, you know, and they have all their turkey stuff, and they have. Speaking of back to my Taco Tuesday lettuce tacos. They make like pre-seasoned ground turkey as well, so you can get it plain if you just want to make your own whatever, like burgers or meatballs or whatever you're going to do with it, or you can buy. They have it in Italian seasoned, and then also in like, what do they call it? Well, it's meant for like if you're going to do or taco season. That basically it's pre-taco season, and it doesn't. It's I'd have to check. I'm going to guess it's gluten-free because it doesn't have the thickener that your average taco seasoning has. It's just truly the seasoning, I think. I guess I would have to check that a little bit closer.
Because I started making my own taco seasoning mix, which tastes delicious. But that's kind of cooking too, but you're just putting spices in a bowl. So I can handle that.
Oh, and WebEV, you're totally right. Those things are sharp. You have to be very careful. Yeah.
Yeah, because there's nothing to hold the vegetable. Like your fingers are holding it. If it had something like with prongs or something, it would probably be nicer.
Yeah, once I get towards the bottom, I just end up with like, don't risk it.
Snack.
Yeah, exactly.
Zucchini niblet snack.
Oh, that reminds me. Okay, so the other thing I've done with the zucchini, here's the other. Okay, I'm gonna get on a little bit of a tangent, and it's the whole making your own vegetables into chips thing. Because I've tried to do both the kale chips and zucchini chips, and what I've come to realize is it's not worth it.
I made kale chips once, and I am never doing it again.
Right, and it made me realize why they're so expensive if you buy, because now you can sometimes find them in like the natural food section of the grocery store, and it's like $7 for like a little bag this big, and you're like, what? Now it all makes sense, because it's practically impossible. Like, because one of two things happens. Because, I try to wash it, and then I have my salad spinner because they can't be wet at all. But even still, it's like I can't master the roasting without some of it being burnt and some of it still being not even cooked. Like it's damp. I don't know. And I'm just like, I'd rather just have a salad.
Well, I tell you to get the water off the kales, right? The kale chips or whatever you're making.
Right.
And then you put a little bit of oil on there. Well, the oil's wet.
Yeah.
So I don't understand why. Yeah, there was a guy at work where I worked a couple years ago. He made the most amazing garlic. He made cinnamon kale chips, which were delicious. And he thought I was joking when I said, I will just pay you to make that for me.
Seriously.
Yeah. Everything is better deep fried.
That is true. Deep fried kale chips, it'd probably be good.
They'd probably be good. Add some salt.
Yeah, I'm thinking the kale chips, like if I had a food dehydrator, I feel like that's when you're going to get the best result. And I mean, I just don't have one.
Get one of those.
Yeah. And then the zucchini chips were a little better, but like, oh my God, they shrunk to a fraction of the original size. So it's like I cut a zucchini this big and it literally finished at like this big of a chip, and I was like, which makes sense. I mean, it's because these vegetables are full of water. That's what happens. But still, I was like, that was not worth it because I probably ate 5 zucchinis, in my little bowl of chips, and I was like, I don't know if I was going to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, so that's one of those things I'm like, pass. Not worth it.
Well, and then I've been trying to do smoothies, veggie smoothies.
Yeah.
And again, you gotta buy the vegetables, you cut them up, put them in the blender. But you can buy a little kit now that has all the cut vegetables in it. Like beets,
Can you buy kits
apples.
that have for smoothies, you mean?
Yeah, like the veggie smoothie. It has carrots, beets, apples. There's a little piece of ginger in there, a lemon slice, and it's just in this little kit. And I can just plop it right in my Ninja blender thing
That's brilliant. Where are you finding this?
at my local grocery store. It's Giant Eagle, but I'm on the other side of the country, so.
Is it frozen?
No, it's fresh. It's all fresh in the grocery produce section.
Oh, so
Yeah,
do they have it kind of where they have like bagged salads and that kind of thing?
Yeah, it's like a bagged smoothie.
That's brilliant. Because
I
it is
know,
a lot of work.
Yeah, but I wouldn't want to make them because I don't like to do anything.
It is a lot of work, seriously.
I just
Oh,
Jamba Juice.
right. Yeah, that's funny. We just finally got a Jamba Juice in my town, and I was like, "Yay!" But I haven't been yet. But when I found out it came to town, I quickly, because I know some of the Jamba Juices can be a major sugar bomb, but I did a little Google searching, and there are ones that are better, and then you can kind of customize ones too.
See, I don't think I've ever been to one. I don't think they have them out here in Pittsburgh.
Really?
Yeah, when I go to Miami, I see them. I think that's the only place I see it.
I know they have them in New York City. But yeah, I guess, I don't know. But we did finally get one.
Is it Jamba or Jamba?
I think it's Jamba. I'm just saying Jamba.
Well, I'm going to start asking people where is a Jamba Juice around here.
Where's that Jamba Juice?
Vanilla ice cream in their smoothies. Who said that? Dopa.
Well, that's the thing. It's kind of like that, and that's some of the Jamba Juice things they have. They all have sorbet, and I'm like, okay, we probably shouldn't be calling them smoothies at this point. We should probably be calling them shakes,
So it's like a healthier shake. It's like a healthier treat.
Yeah, totally.
Not a veggie smoothie.
Well, and they're delicious too. So again, it's one of those things. It's like, maybe that's just going to be my 20% thing. You know what I mean?
Well, there you go. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you eat all them veggies as your 80%, and then go Jamba Juice, and then some bacon for breakfast.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Yeah.
You know what I saw? Oh my God. See, that's the other thing is since I've been on this whole health thing, I can't wait till my first, I get to maintenance and I have my my 20% meal, if you will, or my free day meal.
Yeah.
And I normally wouldn't go for this, but I keep seeing the commercials for Little Caesars, their new bacon wrap pizza. And normally I'd be like, ew, and now I'm just like, oh my God, it looks so good.
Why do they do those commercials late at night? I have a food allergy. I can't even have the pizza. And then make this bacon wrap pizza commercial at night, and I'm like, I want one of those. Oh, wait, I can't eat that.
Oh, let me ask you. Okay, so you're gluten-free, right, Coach Mo?
Yes.
Okay. So question. This is about food, slightly off topic of comfort versus healthy food, but still about food. So, okay. So I have a coworker, and his wife is gluten-free, and where I live is it's not exactly a small town, but it's not real hip and urban. So, we don't necessarily have a million vegan restaurants, or, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of chains, and little by little we have, mom and pop restaurants, but you know what I mean? It's pretty suburban. So a lot of places, some of them will have gluten-free stuff, but a lot of them just don't. Because they just don't probably get a lot of people asking for it, or I don't know. Anyways, point of the story is, she gets really upset when a restaurant doesn't have let's say she goes to a hamburger restaurant and they don't have Oh, I know, right? Portland has like everything. But anyways, if they don't have a gluten-free bun, she doesn't want to go to that restaurant. Meanwhile, in my mind, because I talked to my coworker, I said, well, because he was talking about a particular restaurant. I'm like, well, I know they'll do a lettuce wrap burger because I've asked for it. He's like, no. She doesn't want the lettuce wrap burger. She wants the gluten-free bun. And so she gets like, and she even posted something on Facebook, because I'm friends with her on Facebook too, the other day, about none of the Mexican restaurants have any gluten-free options. And I thought to myself, well, there's probably certain dishes you get, and if you don't get their tortillas, would be gluten-free. But she's like, no, she wants like a gluten-free tortilla. So I don't know. How do you feel about that? Like, does that stuff, like, did you get mad about it, or?
Is she newly doing this, and why is she doing it? Like, for my health, I had to do it, and I'm allergic, so it is frustrating when you go out. When I learned about the lettuce wraps, that opened up a whole new world for me for burgers. It's almost like a burger salad, if you think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's why she wants to do it. It must be. I think it's the carb thing, because you think you have to eat a burger with a bun. Like, my 15-year-old had a hard time with that. He goes, I don't understand why I can't have a bun. And then he ended up liking the lettuce wrap. I think it's just stuck in our head. But I'm not going to not go somewhere because they don't have a gluten-free bun. I'm not going to go somewhere because they're not educated about gluten-free, and I'm going to get sick. Or I got sick and they told me they were, going to help out. So it's people who have food allergies just have to communicate with the servers. She should talk to the manager and be like, could you have these on hand? And I come in here every once in a while, and I have to pay extra for a gluten-free bun.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just building relationships with the local places, and they really try not to freak out about it, especially if you're doing it for the rest of your life.
Yeah. Well, and I know she's doing it for health reasons. I'm not exactly sure if she has been like necessarily tested for allergies, but I know she has some health stuff going on. So, I think she just
Can she take a bun with her? Can she take a gluten-free? Some restaurants don't like that.
What?
Like,
I think I may have suggested things like that, but it's more like she's now just getting frustrated that they don't have it, that she'd just as soon like not go than make like a substitution.
I didn't want to eat out for a long time because it was really hard, and you have to. But as long as they tell them I have the food, and most restaurants want to know now. Like, if you have a wheat allergy, tell them right away, and they type in something, and it shows up on the check. And yeah, Evie.
See, that's kind of how I felt. I'm not gonna lie. Not that only because it's like, like right now, it's not necessarily because I have an allergy, and like certain allergies, like I really get it. Like peanut allergies can be deadly, and so if it was not communicated, and you know what I'm saying. So I mean, that kind of thing, I get. But like I'm on a really restrictive diet right now. So I don't expect every restaurant to go into to have exactly what I need, but I know I take the ownership of it and figure it out. So if that means
yourself to do that.
Yeah. So, anyways, I just wanted to get your feedback because I thought maybe I'm just being a jerk. Maybe I need to be more empathetic. But
yeah, she's going to need to change her attitude, or she's not going to be able to make it with being gluten free.
Right? Because you can't control like every. If you're going out to eat, you just can't control. I mean, unless it's in your own home,
right? You
really just can't control it.
And my husband's the manager in a restaurant, so I go there because he goes in the back and he makes sure that everything's done right for me when the food comes out, so I don't get sick. Because I will flip out if I don't feel good after I eat there.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah. I can't think of any other food substitutions. The cauliflower was the big thing.
Have you tried the cauliflower? I've seen people who are making cauliflower into like a pizza crust.
Well, I've done that. That's really good.
Oh, okay. I may have to experiment. It sounded a little bit convoluted, so I was like, do I really even want to go there? You have to really
follow the directions. One time I made it was perfect. It was a little bit crispy. You can't really use your hands to eat it like a pizza. But the second time I did it, I don't know what I wrong, but it was like a casserole. So it was just, I just stayed with a fork. It was ridiculous.
Pizza casserole, that works.
It was a pizza casserole. I have one hair. Oh, it's like,
I feel like I was going to ask something about the gluten-free thing, and now I can't remember. Do you think there are a lot of people jumping on the gluten-free bandwagon?
yeah, a lot of people are jumping on it because they think they're going to lose weight and it's only a temporary thing. A lot of people, you can't have a gluten allergy. You have a wheat allergy or a gluten intolerance. So it depends how your body reacts. And some people don't know they have a gluten intolerance until they remove it, and then they go to eat it. So like you, if you've removed it and you go to eat it in like a couple weeks and your stomach hurts, that's a huge sign to stop.
Yeah.
Eating it. And then it's not about going grain-free. There's almond flour, there's quinoa flour, there's garfava bean flour, which I love because it's really, really soft. Rice flour is kind of gritty. So there's substitutions for wheat. Whether if you want to lose weight, that's even good because gluten's just gluey.
Oh, you know what? That reminded me. I don't know why the almond flour, because I don't think there's almond flour in what I'm about to talk about. But anyways, one of the easy things that I made in the past that's sort of like, it's like a treat but it's like really healthy because there's typically a lot of healthy fats in it. But have you ever made like little protein balls, for lack of a better word?
I haven't made them yet, but I've had friends who've made them. Those are great substitutions for snacks.
Yeah, because I've done ones and they've been super simple. Like they've had, I've done almond butter, just because it tends to, I mean, you can get natural peanut butter too, because most of the commercial ones have sugar in them, but it's almost like you're more likely to find a no sugar added almond butter. But anyway, and plus I like the flavor. But so let's see, almond butter, a little bit of protein powder of whatever flavor you might have. I think I've done oats, like rolled oats.
Yeah,
and then you could add like, I added flaxseed. No. Yes, it was flaxseed. But I suppose you could do chia seeds. You could kind of do whatever. And then I do put some dark chocolate chips in there because.
Well, the dark chocolate, you need that. That's okay. That's a 1%. You gotta have dark chocolate.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and I read a book. I forgot what it was, but especially like dark chocolate's an interesting thing. Like I read this whole book about it, but if you get because chocolate by itself is not sweet. So when you're going dark chocolate, it's basically the higher percentage of dark chocolate you go, like the higher towards 100%.
Right.
It's less sweet, but it's actually like really healthy antioxidant wise and stuff.
Yeah, I love adding dark chocolate or whatever. Plain I love chocolate. So candy, that's a great substitution right there. Is you go take dark chocolate over milk chocolate. I mean, I love milk chocolate. Dove chocolate. When I first had my food allergies diagnosed, I lived on Dove chocolate for like 2 months.
Plus, they have those cute little like wrappers that say cute stuff.
Positive, yes. So I took a bag of Dove chocolate to work, and I ate the whole bag. Like seriously, I lost a lot of weight, but I wasn't healthy at all. But the milk chocolate still made me feel weird. So then I went to the dark chocolate, and I'm sure it was the dairy. And I was so like naive. I'm like, milk chocolate has dairy in it, and dark chocolate doesn't. And they're like, yeah.
I know the things we learn. Ugh.
There's people popping in here.
You know what else I've been doing? Which I really try not to because I know how bad it is for me. But sometimes I'm like, oh my God, especially because I haven't had any alcohol in a while. Because again, trying to cut down on the sugar.
Wow.
So
this is aloe, by the way, not alcohol right now. I'm gonna make a hot toddy later, Evie.
Yeah,
hot toddy before bed.
Hot toddy. So once in a while, like once or twice a week, I'll have a Coke Zero. I know. My mom and I call it Poison Zero because once in a while we'll both do it because we don't have like I don't have it in the house. She doesn't have it in the house anymore because we used to be more like we were diet soda people, and then we were like, oh my god, this stuff is not good. But once in a while I'm like, oh my god, I can't help it. So once in a while I will have a Coke Zero.
Yeah, being a health coach, like I hear soda, or I hear diet soda, or this zero soda, or we say pop out here, like a Pepsi Pop. I just go like like no pop. But I would rather you have real sugar Pepsi.
I know, right?
Than the diet. Don't like the stuff that's in the diet. Is so much worse for you than the real sugar is, but it's the lesser of two evils.
Well, and actually, have you ever tried those dry sodas? It's called dry soda.
Mm-mm.
It's kind of like if you think about wine and how there's like sweet wines and dry wines. It's it's regular soda, but there's no artificial coloring, and then they just put less sugar in it, so it's not as sweet, but it does have some sugar, so it's not like club soda, but it just has just enough sugar to I'm trying to think, in a bottle, which is probably 12 ounces, it might have it has less than 100 calories. I'm going to guess like 50, I think. I'd have to double check that. But they have all these cool flavors. They have like clementine. There's like a lavender something or another. And anyways, they're really delicious. And so that's I like to get them sometimes too for like making cocktails. So I don't use so much sugar in like whatever mixer.
That sounds good, actually. I mean, that doesn't even, it's the additives and too much sugar in the pop that's bad for you,
Yeah, totally.
I tried to type that comment 4 times, and I still mess up the word see. See you in a bit. The last word did not come out bit 3 times, and I don't remember what was going on.
No, it's say. Say you in a bit.
See you in a bit, Amy. All right, Amy. I'll see you in a bit.
Awesome. Well, looks like we are winding down. It's our 7 o'clock hour.
I'm glad I finally made it on.
Yay!
One of these weeks, all 3 of us will stay on all for the whole time.
I know. Next week, we'll hopefully have all 3 of us. Yeah, we'll have to pick a topic for next week.
Hopefully I'll have a voice. I try not to talk too much today, but I still talk. Yeah, I don't know what our topic will be next week. Does anybody have suggestions for a topic for next week?
Oh, yeah, so first week was building online relationships, and now this one we talked about comfort food versus healthy food. And of course, we have a whole big, long list of stuff.
Maybe we should talk about exercise, because Christine has to fit into her little sexy dress for her daughter's wedding. And I need to up my exercise, so.
I know, me too.
Meeting starting my exercise.
I've been lackadaisical about it for sure.
Yeah, I thought about doing a scope morning on like walking on a treadmill or something, but I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Well, we have to think of some sort of catchy little title.
Girls on blood. Girls
on blab. Girls on blab. I never even thought about that.
Well, I have a friend that does music. I should have him make us a song.
Right? Yeah. Girls on blab. Anyway. Okay. Well, so yeah, I guess we will just sign off.
Okay, so are you gonna hit the pause recording? Do I have to hit it as well?
I don't know. I can hear it. I'll hit it. I'm just gonna hit it. Okay, pausing recording. Bye.